Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I'm James, this is Huff, and you're watching Blue Dog Reptiles. Now, I thought we were going to be able to do a live stream today, but for whatever reason it says I'm not eligible to do live streams yet. We can do it on the webcast, but I don't know. It's weird. But today we're going to talk about the top 5 best reptiles for beginners. Starting with our boy Huff here. Can you say hi, Huff? Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Yeah. Yeah, he's such a good boy. Starting with bearded dragons. Bearded dragons come in at number 5. Now, what we're going to be covering today is the ranking system on this comes down to cost, overall care, and just handleability of these guys. The reason why bearded dragons come in at number 5 is, there's a lot that goes into them and their setups. You can start with baby beardies that can start in a 20-gallon lung, but eventually you have to upgrade to bigger, larger enclosures. Huff is 2.5 years. He is a 0 more hypomelanistic citrus blend. He's just a big old mutt, but he's such a good boy. These guys require a lot of room when they get to be adults, and they require UVB, they require hot basking bulbs. The overall cost of these guys can be up to $1,000, starting out. So it can get kind of pricey, but as far as handleability, these guys are very, very awesome. With a lot of work, these guys do very, very well. Huff loves the attention. He loves coming out. Yeah, you're just a good boy, aren't you? And he's a great eater. Sometimes when you have babies, baby beardies, they can be difficult to eat. Their primary diet's going to be insects as babies, but as they get to adults, they need their fruits and veggies. And that should be their primary diet as adults. These guys do need calcium, but yeah, that's why these guys come in at number 5. Isn't that right, buddy? We are at my store, so that's why we have keys and locks. And you gotta love a beardy because he'll pack everything in the corner so you can't get the door closed again. Now, we're gonna move over to number 4. Now, number 4 is the Heron Desert. The Heron Uromastics. Now, this boy right here doesn't have, oh my God, you gotta hate that noise. This guy right here, he doesn't have a name, but he's such a good boy. Yeah. Hey, buddy. How are we doing? He's just sunbathing. Hi. Now, these guys come in at number 4. Their overall cost can be upwards of about $500. They're gonna get to be about the same size depending on the species of Uromastic, and but they are gonna need a larger enclosure just like an adult beardy. But one of the differences, these guys need a lot of heat. These guys are gonna be in the upwards of 110 to 120 degree basking spots. But the nice thing about Uromastics versus beardies is, and I know some people get queasy over like feeding insects and all that, and maybe just live in a remote area and it's just hard to come by. These guys eat only greens, so it makes them very, very nice. These guys still do require UVB, but they are a lot more easy to manage. And oh yeah, he's just enjoying this. But yeah, that's why these guys come in at number 4. Now, number 3, we're gonna close that back up. Man, there's nothing worse than getting sand in your track and then that noise. Number 3 is going to be the corn snake. Now, the reason why we do the corn snake is because overall they are just very, very docile snakes. Now, this is our snow corn snake. He's very, very pretty. Yeah, we've had this one since he was a baby. Yeah, look at that coloration. But these guys overall, depending on the type of corn snake, these guys can get kind of pricey. But the nice thing is they don't need specialty lighting. They're very docile in their temperament. They're not likely to strike. And, you know, as babies, these guys are going to be eating weekly. Oh, I know, you're just bolting all over the place. Yeah. You're so cute. But yeah. And then as adults, these guys are going to be eating bi-weekly. So, and when it comes to kids or beginner reptiles, corn snakes are definitely the way to go. Because even with your ball pythons, sometimes they can be finicky eaters, but these guys overall are relatively good at eating. This one sure is. This one actually likes to torture their food. They'll actually, he'll actually sit there and like, oh, I know, look. You wagging your tail? You getting sassy? But yeah, that's why these guys come in at number 3. Overall care is very, very simple for these guys. As adults, they'd need about a 40 breeder, but it's easily accommodated, and they don't need any specialty lighting. They just need heat sources, which you can do an under the tank heater or a low wattage basking bulb. And then you want to make sure that they have water and a place to hide. This one, we actually built a little cavern for him so he can hide under. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's so cute. Now, number 2. Can you guess what number 2 is? Now, I gotta remember where this animal is. A little sneak preview. Look, a little western hognose. Now, number 2 is the Leopard Gecko. Hi! How are you doing? You think I have food? I don't have food yet. Now, Leopard Geckos are one of the up and coming. I mean, they are so docile. They are just absolutely, one thing, they can drop their tail, so that is kind of a concern, but these guys are good eaters. They don't need the extreme heat that your Uromastic or your bearded dragon would get. These guys do eat insects only, and so that is something to keep in mind. And you may go, well, you have sand in there. That's a no-no. Well, now, this is Australian sand, or calcium sand you can use as well, and we can do a whole other video on that. But overall, these guys don't need UV light. These guys like to be nocturnal. I did just wake this one up, so she's a little spicy. But these guys can be handled, they can be worked with, they can, I mean, they're just overall great reptiles. And they enjoy it very, very much. Yeah. If you have an idea of what we should call this one, leave us a comment down below and tell us what names we should call these guys. Yeah. Should I put your hide back? Oh, should I put your hide back? Oh, okay. You're gonna go back in hiding. Okay. All right. Now, lastly, we come down to number 1. Now, number 1, I gotta remember what enclosure number 1's in. Number 1, can you guess what it is? Well, there's some Rapashi, so that should kind of be a hint. These guys are also nocturnal. Let's see if I can bring that camera back so it's not focused in so much. And how we doing, little one? Number 1 is the Crested Gecko. Crested Gecko is by far one of my favorite reptiles. These guys are so interesting, and they're just so curious, and they're so adorable. They come in so many different morphs. The big thing with these guys is, and the reason why they come in at number 1 is because they're so low maintenance. These guys do like to be nocturnal, so they don't need any specialty lighting. They don't like the extreme temperatures. They like to be moderate heat. And overall, you're just going to need a vertical enclosure, whereas most of the other ones are going to be more horizontal. And so, yeah, look, he's perching up there. But yeah, number 1, these guys are just incredible. These guys can lose their tails, but you just have to be mindful and handle them with absolute care. Oh, you coming up to see the camera? You want to check yourself out? Oh, that's absolutely incredible. That's a good picture right there. But yeah, guys, if you agree with our list today, give us a like, and thank you to all the new subscribers for tuning in. We really appreciate helping our channel grow. Next Friday, we will be at Aquashella in Chicago, so we will make sure to do a video for you guys so you can see all that. Tinley, the biggest reptile show, is going on the same weekend, and so there won't be as many reptiles at Aquashella, but we will definitely have some, and so that's exciting. But yeah, guys, tell us what you thought about our list, and what would you change, or what are your thoughts? And as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. We love hearing from you. This is just a quick glimpse of, this is our female Uromastic. Wow, man, it is just early in the morning. Our female eastern colored lizard, not Uromastic. See, the Uromastic's just on the mind. But please consider subscribing, guys. And as always, we will see you next Friday. And as always, thanks for tuning in.